Hey there guys, what is up? Real Diversity here. We are back with a video. So this time around guys, this video we're gonna be talking about this new spotlight challenge of as you guys see right now on the screen. Available now, 150 new challenges, 33 new reward cards. So I'm basically gonna break this down and tell you, is it worth it? What you should know about it beforehand and things like that. It's just a breakdown video of this whole thing here. So we're gonna look into it. So first off and foremost, let's look at, okay, so it's under here. If you didn't know, it's under rewards, which I figured since the reward cards that will be around here. So it's kind of similar to the Domination Set. Where was that at? Here it is, the Domination Set, and if you beat them, you redeem some cards. And that's just basically exactly how this is. You can redeem some cards if you fully upgrade these. And here, I don't think I really want that Jason Richardson that bad. That's why I didn't do it or ever finish it. But I was grinding it, and I said, nah, it's not. I really don't think it's worth it. Even though he would have been the first pink diamond on my team. Now, even I'm gonna have to look back and see what he looks like fully upgraded, and I may potentially, if I just get super bored one day, knock that out. But anyways, so here we are working on this series now. We haven't got any cards, but you complete one. The East you get Siakam, and then you complete the West and you get Brandon Ingram. And then once you basically complete the whole thing, you would get Opal James Harden. So basically, once you're finished, or really what you're shooting for is grinding to get that James Harden. Now, here's a tip for you also, whichever one you want first. If you want Ingram first, then do the West first. If you want Siakam first, then do the East first. All the East teams, knock on those challenges out first. So there, and probably do, even if you don't care, at least do this first 30 in a row. So say that you maybe give up sometime later down the road. At least if you knocked out half of the challenges, you will get at least one card out of it. So just try to knock that out in a row, and then if you, like I said, finish the whole thing, you will get that Opal James Harden, who I have no idea. I haven't looked at the stats, so I don't even know if these diamond cards are even worth it, which is a problem. So if you're watching this video now, that means a lot of things. I may have to redo this video once I get my hands on a card, or I'll look up a card. Maybe I'll look up a card in this video and see how it is. But anyways, let's jump into looking at the spotlight. So basically, man, it is a lot. 30 teams here. So each team is basically the schedule, the next 5 games. I don't think it was the last 5 games, but their next 5 games. So I've done 2 of the 76ers just to kind of look at some of the stuff. So first and foremost, each team is the same. Each team has their very best cards out. So I'm gonna show you guys what that means. But as you guys can see here on the front screen, it goes from rookie, pro to all-star, superstar, Hall of Fame for each single team. Now this is a little troubling, and now you'll see why in a second. But it follows the same format, same rewards every time, and then you get the player after you complete the set. But first team, like I said, rookie, they're all the same. So I'm gonna go to compare teams and look at the bottom team is their team. Bottom team is there. So this first team was super chill and easy to knock out and beat. But notice on rookie, this same team, now this is the team you hope you go against on Hall of Fame, but this is the same team you will face every time you go against the Pacers. So you will face the team every single time you go run against the Pacers. So know that, and you'll be super lucky if you can happen to go against them on Hall of Fame, because they are one of the weaker teams. Now let me show you guys what I mean as you progress. The Rockets. So this is the Rockets lineup, and this is still probably one of the lower ends lineups. And this team, I beat this team only by like 15 or like maybe 10 or so. We beat them by the tens. But that was on just pro. And look at this team, is pretty solid now. Like I said, it has their best cards current to date. Their best cards. So now this gets a little ridiculous depending on what team you go to. So here's the Rockets here. You're going to see some opals too. Now this James Harden is going to be quite a problem. Now here, you see here, there's a big hole. with that PJ Tucker. So we're gonna probably have to abuse that in this matchup. But just showing you guys what that entails when you go against each team is gonna have their best current card player, their best players. What their players is gonna have the best card possible for their players. So or the current team. So and then there's also some requirements. So the first requirement, it goes up every time. I think by the end of it, I wish I knew this for certain, but I think you were gonna have to have at least six, seven, at least seven players from the team that you are playing for. So we're doing 76ers, so we're gonna at least need seven players from the 76ers to compete on our team. So now that can be a little tricky too if you want to use your bench. So let me show you guys what I mean. So here, if you go, you must use five players from the 76ers on your team. So this may stay at five. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten past three games. That's why if I'm wrong, I will make this video over again for the five spot. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up each one time. So here, like I said, you need four players. Here you need five, and at the beginning you only need three. So it's going up one every single time. So I think it's gonna continue until you get to five. So just keep that in mind. But I'm not 100% sure yet because I haven't knocked it all the way out, one all the way out yet. So that's pretty darn tough. So just imagine if you don't have the best cards for a certain team, like you're running bronze and gold or something, you won't have a bench to play with. You won't have no bench to sub in. So keep that in mind. And then you're running 5 minutes Hall of Fame is what you're gonna be running. 5 full-minute quarters on Hall of Fame. So it's gonna be tough for you to just leave your starters in. It's gonna be super tough unless you're just insanely good at Hall of Fame. So even furthermore, here, like I said, just look at the lineup. Now that every time, so we really don't want to face a team like this on Hall of Fame, but you're gonna face teams like that for sure on Hall of Fame. So it's gonna be a struggle. Now, is it worth it? If you want a Hall of Fame James Harden, I don't know if just these diamond cards by themselves are that great. Usually 95 diamond cards have always been really exceptional so far this year, but with this many, I can't imagine them being too insanely good. It's probably some worth. It's probably just some pink. I mean, not. It's probably just some diamond reward cards you get from completing one of these. That's probably worth it. So some of them may just by themselves be worth completing a series. So you never know, but it is rough. So let me should give you guys an example. So the Lakers. Who are the Lakers? I think it was the was it Pelicans? All right, here we go. Lakers first. So you don't look at the Lakers squad. You do not want to face this team on Hall of Fame. Now, this is the biggest challenge I think a lot of people are gonna have is knocking out teams like this at the higher difficulties. Now, some teams are super light, but then you run across these teams every so often. So that's the biggest challenge here for these challenges. And plus, so don't forget, you're gonna have requirements too. So actually, let me go back. If you didn't notice here, I actually have a requirement as well to hold the team to 60 points or lower. So just I don't know yet what Hall of Fame is going to entail, but just imagine if you had to have like hold the team under like 50 points on Hall of Fame, and we were playing against like that Lakers squad or somebody like that, who has insanely great cards. Like they had two opals on that Lakers team. The LeBron James was the point guard one, so that's the best one up to date. And then they even had a pink diamond Avery Bradley. So I mean, it's super hard to deal with that. So just imagine having to deal with that on Hall of Fame. Plus, you don't have a bench, like I said, unless you have some really decent. So let me show you guys what my squad. So I'm doing the Sixers now. Right now we do have just some bronze and three just in the back, and then luckily we had grinded out this War spotlight Andre Iguodala a while back, so he's been useful in the lineup. But when we have to add one more now, it's gonna be really challenging. But luckily we also have Drew Holiday in the back. So okay, so we're pretty solid now. But just imagine when I go against when I do a team that I don't have cards for. or no diamonds, not even a pink diamond or nothing like that. So it's gonna be rough when we get to those type of teams like that. But hopefully, so when we do get to those teams, like hopefully players like when I do the Knicks or something, I already have two players in my lineup who are Knicks players. So hopefully, then it won't affect me too much. But just keep that in mind. You're gonna have to be pretty much affected by the cards you have to run as well. So keep that in mind with that. And yeah, so it's gonna be difficult. You're gonna have to just run your star lineup. You're gonna pretty much have to work around that car requirement, and then whatever other challenges they give you on top of that. So it's gonna be pretty tough. It's not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. But obviously we're working for 95 diamonds, so that's not like a bad reward. But man, it's gonna be tough, especially let me see. Okay, so our final team is the Hornets. So let me see just for this one what we're looking at. Okay, perfect. That was quick, luckily. So not bad. So this won't be a bad Hall of Fame team to go against at all. We should be able to mop the floor with them pretty easily. But just imagine if we had to go against Lakers last, or even some of the teams we've already defeated. What if we had to go against this Raptor team? Um, Even as superstar, that would have been quite to deal with. Even this, I'm scared to go against this Rockets team right here, honestly. Except for that PJ Tucker makes this just slightly easier since he only has a gold. We should be able to easily abuse him with a center. But yeah, just imagine that. Um, uh, but yeah, so and it's even a few underrated teams like Grizzlies. It's gonna be a lot of teams. Like, let me see. I want to see something a really bad team like the Knicks or something. I want to see what they're looking like. Oh, see, here's the Spurs. Let's see what they're looking like. See, not too crazy, but the fact that like some of these cards have just gotten super, like, it's just crazy bad that we have to get a prime Rudy Gay to go against a prime Rudy Gay right now when he's not even been in his prime for years. And it's just kind of little, it's just kind of small stuff like that. Let's see this Thunder team. So look at this here. It's gonna be really tough to deal with that Chris Paul and Shea duo right there. So that's gonna be another challenge. But luckily their other stars aren't that great, and their bench probably isn't the greatest either. So that's we get a little leeway when it comes to the bench. But as far as the starters go, man, you're gonna struggle with some of these Celtics here, and I think yeah, see, they're even looking solid. So, it's just all about Nets. Even I think they're gonna be up. I was just gonna say they're gonna probably get this Nets team, Kyrie and KD. Even though they haven't played once this year, this is gonna be one of those also hard, super hard lineups to go against another Opal duo right there. So it's not gonna be easy at all on some of these, and just know that. And for sure you're gonna have to be prepared. But is it worth it at the end of the day? Yeah, honestly, 298 pink diamonds that are probably gonna be able to go on your team, even if you have a super strong squad. Yeah, it's probably gonna be worth it. For someone like me, yes, definitely worth it. I'm just hoping I can make some MT out of this as well, so that I can also add more players to my team by the end of this and have an Opal Harden to go with it. I've always been a big fan of James Harden's cards on here, so I mean, not really I really want that one. So I think it's worth it in the long run for me. But some people, if you already have a full Opal squad, if your squad's already pretty stacked, I mean, it probably isn't worth the grind for you. So, it's up to you. But if you definitely need a team, if you need these cards, you're probably gonna struggle because most likely your team isn't up to par to some of these other teams. So you're gonna struggle a little bit. But if you know how to run, you can just obviously look up a bunch of videos on how to obviously beat the CPU pretty much on here. But yeah, it's just gonna be struggle, and it's pretty much worth it to me. But yeah, it depends on you and your team and things like that. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Word over. See, we are out. Peace.